Let's see whether or not you've got answers. If Garen can stay alive, the fact that we've got the continuous rally, this is just devastating with that. So I'm going to go on the Bannerman because I want to keep you alive. Because you actually grant stats to her because of this. So all the stats are doubled. But we can double them again and again and again and again and again and again. Hello everyone, Garen is here for the LAN Up Show with another deck for you today. This one is an elite deck for Demorcia. Let's do this. Seriously, this is an elite deck. I called it Elite Suppression. I don't know whether I'm going to keep calling it that, but because we're working with elites and we are actually running a couple of study suppressors, because there are a number of people running blade stuff and whatnot, this just means that those blades start costing a lot more to our opponent. Like, for example, so I said, just the fleeting card goes up to 2 cost rather than 1 cost. And if you get multiple of these, obviously that cost continuously goes up. And it's just a very nice thing to do. We are running very few spells ourselves, like single combat is in here, and we do have, which is like this is more a late game. Like, by the time we get there, potentially these might be traded off. If not, then these will cost a lot more. We just have to grin and bear it. But what we're doing here is we're running this. It is mostly an allegiance with 2 cards from there because of the meme of if we can get to the point where Cithria, like, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you, most of the time you will end the game before getting to Cithria of the Clouds. But if you do get to Cithria of the Clouds and you have a Dawn and Dusk, the ability of making like 3 of them and then just doubling is stupidly crazy, and that's why that was the concept that I wanted to have in this deck. But as I said, most of the time you probably will be ending this before you even get to that point. It's just a really funny thing that if you can, because the thing of it is that you throw her out and you're not going to be able to play this on the same turn. It would be the next turn, but for that next turn it will be glorious. But as I said, so we're running an elite deck with Garen, Bannerman, and just like all of this elite stuff. So obviously we've got Battlesmith in here and a Penitent Squire, because actually giving somebody challenge, like especially if it's Garen, if we give Garen challenge, his ability to regenerate, just forcing out where he wants things to go, are quite nice. The new card as well, the Tracker, who's going down in cost every single time when an elite comes down, is just such a nice thing, because that scout unit can be devastating, especially if you put, number 1, if they get buffed up by Battlesmith, but number 2, if you put like a tattered banner on top of them, so that they can like potentially remove 2 things. And if you're running them and they get hit a few times by Bannerman, or if they get hit by the Battlesmith, as well as like Cithria, like you could actually really make their stats go quite nice for a scout unit. Bear in mind that, which, and also for Demorcia! So we've actually got 1 copy of this guy in here, just because, believe it or not, for Demorcia can be quite devastating when it comes down most of the time with these big ass elites, especially if their stats are already crazy as it is. So for Demorcia, just give you that little extra push. You could technically remove a defender to put another one of these guys in, because I would like another one of these guys, but the reason why I put so many defenders in is just to help against those blades. Like, a defender is such a good thing with its tough stat, which if it's tough keyword, it's a really good thing to use. So this is my elite suppression deck. I wanted to build another kind of like a Demorcia elite deck. You could also technically maybe fit Jarvan into this deck. It's just that I couldn't decide what I wanted to leave, because I really like these. Number 1, for challenging things out of whatever my opponent has. Number 2, it actually discounts this for each one that gets played, so therefore playing this actually discounts this by 2, which is what I like. But there are obviously options. We could actually get rid of the Dawn and Dusk, because you don't really see Cithria that much, if I'm going to be honest, because most of the time your opponent is already dead, or they have already come up with a way of winning before we get to this point. But I just really wanted to play a deck that had like a kind of like both the new cards in. But said you could easily put Jarvan in over this, especially considering the fact that, yeah, if you're running the study suppressors, the spells, you're probably not going to get to that point. But, and also this gives you the ability to make more Cithria. Like, there's other ways of utilizing this spell with like things in this deck, is another thing to point out. It doesn't just have to be used on Cithria. It's mainly in there for Cithria, but it doesn't have to be like used with Cithria. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. As well as like, if you run this deck, let me know how it goes for you. And shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you didn't know already, I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch the action live, swing swing by and say hello. I come over from YouTube. Honestly, I love hearing, seeing that. Oh, hearing, seeing that. Yes, reading that and whatnot. So if you want to come catch the action live and have a good time, please feel free to. As well as there's a Discord link down below. If you want to check out the Discord and see like all the lovely like people and community that we're making there. If you've got any deck ideas, you can always feel free to post them in there as well. And then like you get some constructive criticism by people in there. So it's a nice little workshopy place, as well as just a good place to meet each other. There is like I recently ran a tournament for Legends of Runeterra. I want to run a few more. As I said, with cross shard challenges becoming like obsolete in a few patches time, it's gonna mean that most likely I'm gonna have to split into servers. But if I have to do that, I have to do that at the end of the day, because I want to give you guys like some nice things. And I like the tournaments that I run because the idea is that they're more for fun and memes rather than actual proper tournament things. So it's another thing that if you want to join a Discord that you can get involved in. But just thank you all so much for watching. I said, like, I know that we haven't got to the end of the video yet, and you might even just click off right now, but honestly, like, all the support that this channel gets, I just want to thank you for it at this moment in time, because obviously I have got an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers, and you guys are helping with that, with which I said, if you've already subscribed, or if you are considering it, and maybe might consider it at the end of this video, please feel free to. But honestly, thank you so much. Let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. Full on fearsomes. Okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, let's have a little look here. So, throw down Cithria. I mean, I thought I got rid of you, but it's nice to know that she's here. She cares. Okay, just gonna go with this right now. It's okay. He says, Stony Suppressor. It does mean that our single combat becomes more, but I'm hoping that they've got spells such as, what's his face, I can't think of names right now. I'm hoping that they've got spells such as, words will come into my mind brain, Stalking Shadows, because that just now means, because they could have gone into a Stalking Shadows into a Stygian Onlooker, and now it's harder for them to do that move. They can Stalking Shadows, but, okay,
in the shadows.
So, I can single combat off of you to kill this. But obviously we wait. We wait until the blocks! Oh, that's quite legit. That's quite legit. Still wait. You go in front of the Sandman. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Do. Might as well go in front of the Sandman and go boom into this. So they're playing a really fearsome deck. Their whole purpose is just to beat the crap out of us with fearsomes, which is a good deck. It's actually a really fast deck, and hence why I've also got a deck like that that's called Assert Dominance. But I've already recorded a video on it, which is why I'm not playing it. I could technically still throw you down, more for defense, because you at least can defend against fearsomes. As much as we would have loved to get that draw, throw Garen down next turn, or it's okay. So on the plus side, he didn't get his vulnerable, but I do have many issues. Okay, I've got a lot of damage coming at me. Still a lot of damage coming at me. So I could consider throwing you in front of here and then single combat to get rid of you. I could also think, well, I've got Garen in hand, so the potential of using single combat off of Garen is not a bad one. So I'm going to tell myself, and admittedly, what you need to remember is this deck is going to be running a multitude of what are they called? The sucky sucks. So expect to see quick suck action. So they still get to keep their Nocturne alive. But I think to myself, well, I've got Garen. Redeemer would mean that we could throw down Garen and still have the spell mana for a single combat next turn. So might as well get the benefits. Get the benefits of using this. Another Cithria Cloudfield. Getting all the Cithrias now. Okay, so that's going to be the level up over there. Just so she doesn't level, and so that the spiders don't become like an annoying fearsome problem as well. Okay, I do feel like I'm gonna need something to deal with Nocturne, but I can wait for that, and potentially there is, of course. Wait. She levels up at the end of the, like, which one is it? At the beginning of the turn of it's round start. So, okay, it's because they wanted to trade. Don't worry. As we figured that they wanted it so that she would live to do her level up animation. So it's just because they wanted her to get to that. So, okay.
They appeared
Throw down you.
out of nowhere.
Means that we can tattered banner. I will tell. Obviously, sucky suck action comes at me in a multitude. We do have potential judgment. Actually, no, we haven't got the mana for it. Ignore me. But the fact we've got judgment in hand might be everything I need. Everything I need mentally. Gonna throw you forward as well. It's very doubtful that they'd throw Nocturne into this, but you know, you never know. It's always worth the gamble, right? They could have got rid of one of their spiders. Is more what would have happened there. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, the fact when you're 1 mana out. Cithria with was it Dawn of Dusk? The dream! I might actually have to use this turn on Garen. Merely so that we have a big boy defense. I don't want to because then they don't attack forward. Because why would you attack forward into this? But I also need to look at my health. I also need to look at my health and realise that I need to do this. As much of me wants the memes to be true and for me to use this on Cithria in the clouds. We've got to do this now. Because it means that they do fuck all. That's the one benefit of this. They do nothing. We are so close yet so far. But at the end of the day, what we do also need to remember is that we have got Garen. Ooh, scout maneuvers hitting in here as well, potentially. But we do have Garen. I feel like there could be, what's his face? Vengeance. But I don't know whether or not they would decide to play Vengeance. Whether or not they're just going to go fully all in on damage. I can only hope that they're going fully all in on damage right now in Fearsome, and that they've left all their kind of late game stuff out. They have actually already proven that they run Mark of the Isles. So, okay, we'll throw you forward first. Go get them, Scout. We now go with you, Garen. Go get this one. Stay resolute. So. Okay, so we level Garen, which means that we are rallying. And we've got Judgment. So, hopefully, it's going to be enough. Now, I do know there's going to be a lot of sucky suck action. I realise this, okay? I know the sucky suck action is coming for me. The rallying is there. Bannerman. And also, we're 1 turn away. We're 1 turn away from all the Cithria. So if we play you, we can still play Bannerman. Because we know you want to make the illusion that we are we want to make the illusion that everything is hunky dory, and that you can go forward and that nothing's gonna happen. But you know what it's like. You know when you see that bit of shurima in like Rite of Negation. Rite of Negation could be in the deck. It's very unlikely. I mean, yeah, they've gone all in on Fearsome. Like, that's what they've done here. So, their all-out gambit is now go forward and hope that I don't have Judgment in my hand right now. That is... So, they also get that. But yeah, their big plan right now is go all in and hope I don't have Judgment. I mean, I could go forward and grab her, but it doesn't really matter, if I'm going to be honest. I can wait. She can die later. So actually, she can die immediately. We can still do it. We can still block her and then do Judgment. It's fine, because the Judgment's gonna hit the one on the end first, and then Garen's gonna take the hit. This is fine. I mean, they're assessing. I mean, you go forward. Let's not pretend. You go forward with everything. We didn't even. I mean, I expect them to immediately concede. We didn't even get to see Cithria of the clouds. They're playing the long con with me. Like, do I? Don't I? Do I? It's like, I know you play everyone. Okay, oh, you don't play everyone forward. That's actually more of a surprise. I guess they just in case of Judgment, but they're like, we'll keep people back. Just in case. Judgment! And that is the shed of hope. That's the only hope that they had, was that we didn't have Judgment. Honestly, they played really well, but it's a really nice Fearsome deck. Not gonna afford to Musia at the moment. I could have kept the Ford to Musia man. What are we up against again? So we're against Moustache and good hair. It's absolutely fine. Throw down Cithria. Start throwing down some suppressors. Suppressing fire! So, we start making all the buffs. All the buffs that they would put onto Taric. All the gems now cost 2. And the fact that we can actually even start to make them cost more. Ignore the single combat. I don't need it. And then we ban them. And then we ban them. So it is full on suppression. Get out. I mean, so okay. If we can build enough of the ball. When it costs you 6 in order to play this. I love an out the way deck. But okay, we go with the stones again. So all of their buffs. Now admittedly, Targon, the Sun package, like all the Daybreak cards actually do have really good like stats that could come out here. So throw you down. I mean, it's gonna be Garen and then potentially Braum is on the job. Okay. I mean, we go forward. I will grab here. I mean, actually, it doesn't really matter. In all honesty, it doesn't matter. Other than the fact, like, the only thing is we aren't giving them a Poro. There's the one thing to note here. Okay. It is easy. See, Garen! Followed by this, we've got our Cithria just like it's taking our time to get there, but when we get there, mwah. I mean, to be fair, like, this game might be over before we even get to it. As I said, sometimes an elite deck like this can just, like, you know, storm its way to victory. My shield is my sword. My shield is my sword. I really want to throw Garen down before throwing down Bannerman. Good luck. Have fun. Good luck and have fun. I accept the charges, officer. I accept the free damage. Right on Garen. For king and country. So the thing with this kind of a deck, right? Troll Chant now costs 4. At this current precise moment, Troll Chant currently costs them 4. A raid coming in from the over Englishman. Hello, Buddy Boo. How did your stream go? I mean, it means sacrificing Cithria, but Cithria knew the risks, right? So there we go. Raise the banner. Lift our spirits onward by giving everyone +1/+1. Other than Cithria, which we just sent to the Shadow Realm because sadly she was not necessary. But Garen, my sweet boy Garen. Admittedly, I still can't use single combat myself because my suppressors are making all the spells cost more. So they wouldn't be able to use. Right, what we want to do here is we want to get rid of Overwhelm. Actually, I do want to get rid of actually, I'll tell you what, we'll get rid of their lifesteal unit. So we'll let the lifesteal unit die first, and then we'll grab you. Garen goes forward. How much damage? Like Braum Mustachio, man. I feel like we keep everyone else back because otherwise they just put Braum in front of it. I'll go with this. Gets rid of one of which it gets rid of, like, you know, I mean, technically, I guess I should have gone with the more statted. A true Valorian, welcome. We wait, because I want the mana, because potential single combat. I'd rather save the mana right now. But thank you everyone who came over. How's everyone doing? I just need them to use enough mana so that they cannot save the Mustachio Man. Is that too much to ask for? Do this to level Garen. Because Garen actually levels, right, which is like now, so that means that we just rally at the start of every turn. And slowly but surely, Cithria of the Clouds! So for justice, we got 2 Cithria of the Clouds, but I mean, we've still got a long way until we can play her. The problem is, so Troll Chant is my issue. So we're going loosey goosey. We're going round the houses. We won't do the instant. We won't do the instant single combat. We wait for them to hopefully spend. Right. So Troll Chant. Actually, Troll Chant still keeps them alive. We throw you out. All we need them to do is literally play anything that costs 2 mana. That's literally all we want them. Okay, nope, that's 5 mana. Nope, that's buff. I didn't want you to buff it. Okay, because right now single combat. So I need to wait until Cithria of the Clouds. Come to me, Cithria of the Clouds. That's not the Braum. That's not the big Mustachio Man I need to see. I mean, we've literally got all the Cithria of the Clouds. It's just that we are 2 mana away from using her. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait. I might honestly end up regretting this, especially considering the fact they can put 2 gems on top of Braum And then, like, I feel like they want to grab these suppressors, because these suppressors are making both of our spells cost more. And currently we're costing 2 more. It's okay. It's not legit. One more turn. One day more. Another day, another destiny. This never-ending road to Calvary. This man who seems to know my crime will surely come a second time. One day. So... we wait. Now, admittedly, I legitimately thought they were gonna kill Garen because it would have made so much sense for them to kill Garen. But okay, we'll take the fact that they've not. We can throw down a Bannerman, because Bannerman hopefully will buff everyone up. But we want to double. See, the thing with Cithria is when I'm summoned double, all allies power and help and grant them challenge, and that's what we're after here, and we've got 3 of them, so we can start doubling and doubling and doubling, and that's the plan. We get silly stats. Simple as, right? There are far more efficient ways to do this, might I add, but I really want to make an elite deck with it, because she's an elite. I still want to keep the Stony Suppressor, because the fact the Stony Suppressor is making their gems cost 2 is just too funny to me. And we don't run many spells anyway. So, are you ready? Gladiators! I can't do the voice. Okay, but the question is, are you ready? That is the question. Let's see whether or not you've got answers. If Garen can stay alive, the fact that we've got the continuous rally, this is just devastating with that. So I'm going to go on the Bannerman because I want to keep you alive. Because you actually grant stats to her because of this. So all the stats are doubled. But we can double them again. And again. And again. And again and again and again. See, because we could go forward here. We could go forward here and actually reduce their ball down. Which, not going to lie, would be a smart man move. Like, reducing their ball down, especially Braum. Killing their Braum, especially a statted Braum like this, who only needs 3 damage to be leveled, by the way. The 16-16... oh, no! Why don't people stay for glory? Shed emote to my opponent, though. Really well played. Late game, late game. Keep this, potentially, for if I need to kill Lucian. Before his wife dies. You never know whether or not they're going to get his wife out. We'll find out what happens. So, Penitent Squire gives us the ability for potential challenges. So, that's fine. They cannot block me here. So I feel it's actually going to be a really aggressive deck, right? It's going to be a very aggressive lineup that they're going for. She just wants to be played. Okay.
Don't understand.
Take the damage. You're not an elite. I can accept your death. Throw down Cithria. I could consider Tattered Banner into this next turn, but I really like Tattered Banner into Garen. Like, Tattered Banner into Garen just is like, it feels so nice. That's the truth of the matter. Still got a single combat, potentially, when we get Garen out, as well as the fact that obviously, like, we've got this, so save it up. Not the beardy man! I might have to single... ooh, I mean... okay. I'm not gonna lie. Normally people keep the beardy man back so that they can start making those... I put that attack forward, assuming you wouldn't defend, and then I was gonna go with... and then I was gonna single combat.
Don't fear the
dark. Do I single combat you off right now? Like, I'm looking, thinking, but Garen, but my boy.
My gun.
But my boy. Okay. Sonic. As much of me wants single combat with Garen, I'm more willing to remove Lucian's wife before Lucian's on the board, so that I don't get to hear him screaming, Senna! Okay. I'm surprised they didn't play. Considering that they're playing a very, what seems like an aggressive deck, I'm surprised they didn't play. So, Garen! For justice. For Demacia. Now, depending on what they're playing, because they could... okay. Fair enough. They wanted to remove Garen's target from the field of play. But he still gets the strike from just striking their cause, so I would accept. Oh, that's a good move. That's a good move. Garen technically can still go in front of this. It's not the best, but Garen technically can still go in front of this.
I'll return to them a stump.
Okay. So, slowly but surely, we get closer and closer to you. The question is, do we throw Garen in front of you just to kill you right now? I'm willing to accept, he says, hopingly. Hoping that we will find ways in the future. Now, they could easily have a might spell or any form of increased damage spell they could put on top of the Radiant Guardian, because I'm thinking here, I want to grab the Radiant Guardian. Yeah, this might be a wooze. A terrible, terrible wooze! But it does mean that Garen would level and mean that we're rallying. Ah! That's not what I need to see! Yeah, no, they both died. They both died, so we lose Garen. At least Garen levels! Actually, no, he doesn't level because he needs to survive the attack. This has worked out very nicely for my opponent and the potential levels that they can get out of this. And the fact that I'm still a way away from you. It would be going into their attack turn, which is where the problem lies. Okay. All I can hope is potential single combat comes out later on down the line. I will sacrifice your life. It does mean that they get the level up, and I've got problems. Problems coming. I should. You remember earlier when I had the chance to sacrifice Garen's life? I should have just sacrificed Garen's life. I'd be lying if I said the smarter move was not just to sacrifice Garen's life there.
Ready for deployment.
Okay. We get a bunch of cards, but against this overwhelm, it's not legit.
We will not hesitate.
We go forward. Sending a message.
Step away.
Okay, this might actually be helpful.
I pity you.
In all honesty, what they've just done might actually be very helpful. Okay, Judgment makes that less helpful. I forget that they're in Demacia as well. Okay. Because we could single combat, but doesn't really help me here because he goes down. He goes down to 3. Oh, the Cithria Cloudfoot, but they immediately go forward next turn. They immediately go forward next turn because it makes 100% sense just to open because that's lethal. Full on lethal. No need to dress it up and do any other things. I mean, okay, dress it up with more damage. Fair play. Immediate attack forward and attack my life. Why do we keep getting literally all of them? Literally, we just keep getting all the BSO. Share them out to my opponent. Really well played. Nothing I can do. I should have sacrificed. I put too much resolve in Garen's. Gonna get rid of you. Gonna get rid of you. I'll keep both of these. A Battlesmith would be nice. It's nice to see that we've got one of these trackers who's going to slowly but surely go down in cost. Okay, if I had a Battlesmith, that'd be the key what I would love to have. Braum and Sokara. So, healing deck with problems. I mean, I believe... Didn't Mogwai put out a deck on this on this kind of thing recently? I swear that I saw something like that. I mean... I might end up regretting this because they kind of want their things to be hurt. But right now I need to like at least be doing something because if they don't find the heals, then I feel massively okay about that.
Caring. I can't
Gonna throw it, so they're gonna get the heal, they're gonna get a bit of a buff on you. But I'm thinking to myself, if I tattered banner, I do want to tatter banner onto the scout unit actually. If we can get the scout unit out. I'll take I can take this damage. He says nonchalantly. Right, we'll throw you out. Because I'm thinking to myself, potentially tattered banner on top of the scout unit. Because then we can just like, because if we do damage to them now, we could have like obviously got them out. But if they had any form of heals, it wouldn't be the best. So I'm willing to accept waiting. We could actually play this, which would reduce you down to 2. But then obviously it's not going to be my attack turn. So it's like, do I go for this now? We do also have a single combat. But bearing in mind that they could have astral protection, a number of other things.
We must all do our
Let's on it. We'll do this. They could have, like I said, like the main problems here is potential astral protection. Okay, so they're going with Star Spring, so that still leaves them in astral protection range. And the problem is that if we go forward, Sokara loves it because the healing landmark will go into her and then she can heal herself up. Of course, It was worthwhile. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of screwed myself here. All I can do is try to go wide. Like that's my best shot here. If I go forward again, I give myself the chance for a potential single combat, but they might actually no, because correction, that's going to heal them up past it anyway. I feel that I leave this. It's terrible. I don't want to, but at the moment my stats aren't good enough. Like when we throw down somebody like you and we get 4 Demorcia, the stats become bigger. But right now the stats are not good enough for me to go. Okay, we go. So we can throw you out. 4 Demorcia next turn.
Fire knows it's
On the plus side, at least these are okay, but that's working very nicely of everything they're doing. All I can do is go wide and 4 Demorcia. It's my best chance of victory. That's actually a really good combo because it's doing damage, but then it's going to be healing itself and then doing damage. Okay. Oh, when you see Garen. When you see Garen and you want to throw him down because you know you've got single combat, but you also know that you've got 4 Demorcia. You've got to go all in on this right now, right here and now. They could have take hearts. They could have Braum is on the job. They could have and which troll chants up the wazoo and all these problems. That's a big shame. Okay, they got their hush out on me. We do have a single combat. It's okay. Brought back protector. We go with everyone. Just because obviously I said there are certain like good trades they could get out. I'm looking at this single combat hoping, but then we can throw like there's also Garen with single combat as well. It depends on what trades come out here. Okay. Currently they go down to 1, which is it's a nice point, but I have got issues with the Star Spirits, but it's okay, you gotta look at the overwhelming picture. We do have some Cithria, which are the clouds. So, it's okay. It's okay. That's gonna be healing them for free as well. We let this go. Let it go. Let it go. Do. We can single combat to potentially kill Soraka. I have got... We kill Soraka! We kill Soraka right now! Okay, because it definitely needs to be done. We could kill, like, because these stats are going to go, like, stupid. They're going to start healing themselves, but Soraka is the one who needs to die because of her healing people up and her draw. We need to remember we're denying them draw by doing this as well, which is important. Okay? So, I'm not going to lie. These things are going to start getting annoying, but... Okay, we've got Garen, we've got Bannerman, we're going wide, we've got Bannerman, we've got so many moves until we get to play Cithria of the Clouds. Okay, on the plus side, a couple of things live. Things live, they die, hoodafoos. So, throw down Garen, throw him down, for king and country! Right. Because all they can do is they can keep healing this, they can get this up there. Admittedly, Overwhelm, if they can get Overwhelm on top of their Star Shepherd, that's going to be the squeaky bum time. I really hope that we can grab... I could throw you out. I mean, I've got all the cloud fields. It's just like... I mean, actually, we've got you who can grab, but they have already proven. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab with you, see whether or not they've got a way around this, because they could do, right? So Ice Shard. Okay. It's not ideal, because now what we do is hope that they've not got another Ice Shard, throw you out, and throw Bannerman out. This is why you got to do the long con, people. If we would have, like, this is why you did a long con, going forward that scout move first, and then we Bannerman up, and hope that they've not got, like, if this is another Ice Shard right now. Oh, shit them up, because we can Bannerman and then remove that stat, because if it wasn't Overwhelmed that they had, we just leave them with their landmarks. Shed them out to my opponent. So yes, that is the elite suppression deck. As you can see, it can really steamroll, but obviously if you make mistakes, which to be fair, like I made mistakes, I will admit. If you make mistakes, then it can come back to bite you, but it's still nonetheless a very powerful deck. I do believe that the Shadow Owls one is better, but I really wanted to make a full-on elite deck rather than actually just like a full-on like a with what's her face matron. But Cithria with matron is devastating. That ability of getting her out earlier is like a very powerful move. But I said it's because it's been covered already that I wanted to try like other ways. An elite deck is really good. As I said, you could very easily put Jarvan into this deck. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, as well as the fact that if you run this deck, let me know how it goes for you. All the games that you saw were actually streamed live, so if you do want to catch me on Twitch, links down below, and I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to, as well as the Discord link is down below, and the merch link is down below as well, by the way, if you want to check that out. It's some Legends of Runeterra merchandise that I had some ideas in my head, because there was nothing about that I wanted to wear, so I was like, I will design the things that I want to wear. So I came up with some ideas, went to a graphic artist, and they made my ideas come true. So if you want to check them out, not even just to purchase, just to have a look at them, I would love to get your feedback on them, so please feel free to do so. As well as I said, the Discord, you can join. Recently ran a tournament in there, and it's just a lovely community, and I just want to help build this community where we can just talk all things like kind of like the stupid memeier side of things, as well as the competitive side as well. So without further ado, just thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening, day, or whatever it is for you. Until next time, bye!
Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me? Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.